Hi guys, and welcome in. We got a bunch of a crowd here today because I started late. Sorry. The Flower System, Neodata, Cherry, Storms, Mystic Emerald, Semi-Original Guy, and King Ceres, Unbound God. Hi! I know, Emerald, I know, I get it. This is just kind of the time for me because, like, my kids are in bed and all the good stuff. I slept most of the day, to be fair. Also, Storms, please let's not be retracting messages. We do actually have an official rules ping now, and that is one of them. I understand if there's, like, spelling mistakes or stuff, but, um, let's try not to. Um, because it makes it really hard to, moderate everybody because it does print to the screen forever, basically. And people could be saying nasty things and then taking it away immediately. So we're gonna, let's try to avoid that. Um, I did sleep most of the day. I feel a lot better, honestly. But I woke up and I was like, I gotta eat something. And the thing I put in the oven was just gonna take too long. So we started a little late today. Anywho, we're ready for this trial, aren't we? You're cool. You're cool. You just didn't know. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation and they were gathered by the red door. You own up to your terrible fast typing skills and spelling errors. Yeah. I accidentally said one time in another streamer's channel, I was trying to say that I started and somehow I typed that I sharded. It was not a good day. You've been playing White 2 and you lost for being underleveled. Yeah, that'll happen. Ugh. Bacon, mushroom, and Colby Jack cheeseburger with ghost pepper mayo. Jeez, King Ceres. Storms, are you laughing at me? Yeah, you should laugh at me. It was hilarious. And as soon as we were all there...
Monokuma appears!
Hello! 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 He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell? Which one's the real Monokuma? Whew. Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
We're not playing along. Along. Happens a lot. Yeah, I know, right? Bye, Emerald. Have a great night. I know. King Ceres always makes everybody in chat hungry. Monokuma yelling from below the elevator. Someone clean up. A Neo.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you. Okay, fine.
Hey!
And if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train, elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
It is fun. This game is great. I told you already, I didn't do it. For serious. That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit. Hey, this isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. Ratty! Hi, welcome in. You notice that the avatars are staying the same for the last 3 streams? No, so I haven't changed it for the last 3 streams. I just haven't changed it. That's all it is. As soon as I change it out to something else, Everybody's avatar will change. That's how that works. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed 2 of our friends. The killer is... someone right here. It's been pretty good.
Damn.
I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. What happened to them? They got their heads bashed in with hammers.
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go so we can make Hiro pay for his crimes. Were you listening? Wait till we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. This trial will be over in no time. Neo!
Hey.
The story begins when we get down there. It wasn't me. You gotta believe me.
Yes, yes.
Come on, Big Mac. Let's do it. I guess we're going. You're doing good. I'm glad to hear it. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. Also, hammer Kirby, really? I began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard. You think it's Sakura? Oh, Neo. Bold prediction. The doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. Such good description, yeah. When I see all you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only 'cause of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? That's a girl, Ratty. That is Sakura, but that is a girl.
What?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Still rush me? Of course I'm gonna start it. What if it's the main character? Ooh, King Saris. Oh, Monokuma never say climax? No, you're good, Ratty. It doesn't look like a girl from first, I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed clash trial after this commercial break.
Yahoo!
I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. No, it's okay. Everybody was new once. Who is the main character? The main character is Makoto Naegi. That is us. You don't really see a lot of him. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly clash trial. Oh, I guess we could save here. So this is not a blind playthrough for me, Ratty. Everybody kind of knew that already. That's already here. But I am doing it with 0 skills. We're not doing anything. No skills. Make it a little harder. Trust you. Only a select few people know Sakura is a girl at first glance. Oh, yeah, she's got a skirt on. Yippee! Hi, Cherry. Welcome in. Those people have seen way too much anime. I mean, she's wearing a skirt.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one...
Thanks for the catnip. Yum, 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 yum. Hey, look, your Riz is actually up for once. Nice, Neo. Nice. Okay, here we go. If I can change it back. There we go. You haven't played this game in years, so that's why you don't know it. Great. You've played it before, Ratty? Yeah, you got Riz tonight, Neo.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
To begin with, we are gonna put up a poll. Where is this? Okay. So, since everybody is, here we go. Do you think Hero did it? There we go.
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hero. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Like she's got room to talk.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hero, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you?
Sharing.
I don't know! I don't know! I don't know!
Is Hero really the killer? Or... Before anything else, we have to make that clear.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Compelling evidence that Hero is the killer. Is that really true?
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
Oh, it's not that one. Your meaningless words tire me. Please stop wasting my time.
Shoot!
I thought that was the one.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
You're gonna make sure. Oh
I don't
God.
know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
Last
No!
one, really?
Just hold on a second!
Yeah, no.
Everything we found in your room.
That's right.
The
Okay.
blueprints, the suit parts,
Get
they
over
are
here.
all...
No, that's wrong.
No, it's. I had to think about it because it is the fact that his handwriting's not
Are we
right on the
sure
blueprints.
Hero really made those blueprints?
But I thought that we had to contradict the blueprints part with the blueprints, but it's not. I was like, what is the message?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
Plot twist: Hero has a clone? Oh my god.
When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he is not the only one. I think Hiro is innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
Ooh.
Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course, he passes it off to me.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in the suit.
I
No,
got it!
it was Hiro.
Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You've just said Hiro didn't do it.
True.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
It's Byakuya. He did it. Ooh, Neo.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that,
You're not smart enough either, Ratty. Oh, you did it, Cherry. Oh, I guess it's time to execute you.
there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
It probably is Byakuya.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Ooh, indeed I can. The things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been
I got it!
the blue tarp. And there's still one more thing. Ah, there we go. The dolly.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
You need to save your boy? Wing it. What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain.
You would definitely do it because of your acid powers when you're feeling in a bad mood anyway? No.
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved
You're
Taka's
still
body.
a little high from that Riz roll. That was a confidence boost. Good luck with that. So we committed a little bit of murder, haven't we all? I mean, aside from Genocide Jill, I don't think we have.
That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Neo.
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
The one in white who's dead looks like somebody from Tekken. He does, kind of.
But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they
You
used the
retract your
dolly to move the
statement.
body. Am I right?
About doing a little bit of murder. That's funny.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
Nekokuma? Or Neokuma? Need to see him electric window throw first?
Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Despite carrying the last 2 class trials. You do murder in Undertale. You're at the Undyne genocide fight. Oh my god, that's my favorite fight in the whole game. Wow. I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. But maybe I can change her mind. You're gonna go chill in Aloe's stream? I mean, I'm lurking Aloe's stream right now. Everybody should be, like, at least lurking Aloe's stream. Let me drop her link. Because she's great. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element's been added to bullet time battles. We'll read about it. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up till now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it'll cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pushing the tab key. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Hold up, my chat decided it doesn't want to follow up. Hello? We're going to end this poll too. Most of you think Hero did it. Interesting. Her fight is hard. But you like the Metaton Neo fight because he literally does. Hey, Allie! Welcome in. You've never played Undertale, King Saris? Yikes. Shadow Master Ninja Hero. Hi. I'm good. How are you? What do you think your ultimate would be, Neo? I don't know. The ultimate data repository. I don't know. Okay. We'll automatically reload at the start of fever time, and the ammo will not decrease during fever time. But if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. We're not set to gentle. Well then, good luck. Here we go.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Data repository? That sounds like they're opening a butt joke every 5 minutes. They didn't mean it like that. Jeez.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Yeah. Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
So you're either a robot, or you can just remember a lot. I mean, it was a thought.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that?
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over. Then you could push the dolly no problem. So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository.
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
Sorry, I don't think I realize anything.
The dolly was used to move Taka's body, that much I'm sure of. But would the person inside the suit would have been able to push the dolly?
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, that's wrong.
Your foot fell asleep? Ah! Hopefully it wakes up soon.
You're absolutely
It's missing a
right
really great
that you
stream.
could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together, remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body because... You can't take it off by
I
yourself.
got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid friggin' thing. There's a clasp on the back to keep you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right!
So, it's really, really true that Robo-Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo-Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain
How
that?
do we explain that?
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt?
That guy hit me.
What guy?
Robo-Justice. That's what I decided to call him, just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
I agree, Ratty. It's an awful feeling. My toes are kind of like permanently pins and needles at this point.
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened.
Oh, well, I appreciate it, Ratty.
I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. I'm so glad you found us.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume.
Aw.
As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
What's wrong? I saw the shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down to the hallway and disappeared.
and then,
Yeah!
Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been. Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
at that point we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
You're eating a block of Colby Jack cheese? That sounds delicious, actually. It's one of the only cheeses I really enjoy.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi.
You're eating cold brew M&Ms? That sounds delicious too.
Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
Your mom got them for you? It sounds delicious. This can't be happening.
Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had
Programmer
also
Blaze,
gone
hi,
missing.
welcome in. How are you tonight?
Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Neo, I think you just told all of us, though.
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
Hi, Ivy. Thanks for the lurks. You have a nice day, too.
Which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
You're good. And also, what jump catch game? It's for the stream avatars at the bottom of the screen. Sometimes a star will spawn, and you can use your avatar to jump to catch the star. No one in your family or your best friend? Neo, I'm gonna dox you to all of them.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
The order that Justice Hammers were used in to commit the murders. Something about that's bothering me.
So, regarding Taka's death,
It's just
I wonder if
exclamation
he
jump.
died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
No, that's wrong.
It also will just award it to somebody
Hold
if
on.
nobody catches the star.
There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
They can't count. Wing it. So real.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Mexico. What's up, Ivy?
Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. I feel like there was something. Yeah, but you also gotta remember that it's on a delay.
Now I understand. I got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer, because as of last night,
Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock! You know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls!
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yeah! Huh? What was that? That's Cam from downstairs. It must have been. It's Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together.
7 is when you get to
Hiro and
school and start
Kyoko.
at 9. You wait on the bus around 8? Ooh. I don't miss school.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct?
Why not, Hina? You made stuff up? Yeah,
And
she
then
did,
there's
didn't
the
she?
disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
You can't scream. It worries your parents and little brother.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies.
And it probably is Jill, you think?
On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing.
Ooh.
And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Ooh. Think of the sharp teeth she had? Yeah. Huh?
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
But the body discovery announcement was only made once. That much I'm sure of.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, that's wrong! Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a
I think that
lazy
did answer our
bum.
question.
No, actually, that was plenty. Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
Celeste certainly sounds like a very, what? You'd think he gets too much joy out of announcing it, he wouldn't skip? Ooh, wing it.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Great Shy Yuri?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The second body discovery announcement. The first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second time is when both bodies were rediscovered.
We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Boom, 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 boom. A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Don't get you wrong, you don't play Doki Doki, but you know the facts. Doki Doki's probably gonna happen
And
on the
in
channel at some
reality,
point.
When the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the
Literature club, Neo.
repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the
Doki
nurse's
Doki,
office.
indeed.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Chill.
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Then, was he really still alive?
Of course not. It is impossible. This is ridiculous.
The reason I can say Hifumi was still alive. If I can just find the contradiction in these statements, I'm sure it'll become clear.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Just put a jump
And
scare and,
then,
flashing lights warning
while
for
me and
people with
Celeste were in the
epilepsy.
bathroom,
Yeah.
his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was
Jill,
in the repository.
If you were Hero, you would have
But
hit
when
him
you compare his body
with
before
the
being
hammer.
moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
No, that's wrong. In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
You're getting Amy Rose vibes from Neo and the Hammer. We do love Amy over on this channel. This house stands Amy.
But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The evidence I found in the trash can in the nurse's office was...
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear.
Neo's now Amy.
This piece of
That
cloth was
tracks.
used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... what exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Who is your Sonic? Lotus? Ooh, is that who you want to pick to be Sonic, Neo?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
The one who moved Taka's body was Hifumi.
I got it!
The way I said that is
It could
making
only
you
have
question
been
it. Well, I
Hifumi.
just want to make sure you're certain.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all
You
went
love my
looking for them,
avatar?
right?
Oh, thank you.
So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
You want your Sonic to be a girl, you're not into guys? That's okay. You're not going... You're not gonna lie, this is giving you Persona 5 vibes? I do like Persona 5. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about playing it
And it could
soon.
only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
You can't spell. That's okay.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
You will not forgive the monkey ball killer. I like colors. Hiya, welcome in.
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
You were wondering... Oh, well, that would be my PNG, right? The thing that Hifumi stole from Taka, could it be?
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Interesting.
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
You confused, Neo.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said... Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Taka.
I got it!
Go back
That's
to the
right.
pants. Do you think they were
Taka.
buttoned? Ooh, I don't know.
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Can I just say that it always amuses me every time she calls him TikTok because this game was made well before TikTok was a thing?
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Oh, yes! I'm
Genocide Jack is seriously scary. But still, I can't let her get to me. Nico, welcome in.
Puppy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
You want to say Lotus is your Sonic, but it depends on what shoes she's wearing, if not flats in that outfit. Phoenix Wright vibes on the objective objection. Indeed, indeed. We still not done with the trial? No, the trial's probably going to take the whole stream, Storms. The girls shouldn't be allowed to have scissors. I mean, we can't really take them from her. She just makes more. The time mentioned in that note. I feel like that's the key.
Puppy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
No, that's wrong.
Thanks for the alert, Storms and Nico.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me.
Yes.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
What a nice long tongue you have, Miss Jack. Or Jill. Whatever. You, for some reason, found fan art of Chihiro talking excitedly with Lotus. Yeah, no. I've said this before, but this game and that game are actually technically same universe. Along with Eye of the Somnium Files, which is the one that kind of proves that they are same universe. It's convoluted. We can go into it at another point in time, but that would be why. Same teams, basically.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Proof that Hifumi stole the note from Taka.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap
You're liking
and
this new
Hifumi's
game?
note.
Well, if you are enjoying this, there is, I have a few VODs also of this. This is actually like case 3. So the entirety of cases 1 and 2 are already streamed on the channel. There's a larger story. You've only done Danganronpa. You're only in knee deep in a lake. Yeah, you really are. 10 like hype. Thanks guys for the likes. I super appreciate it.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Ooh.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Now you're going way out of...
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and
What
completely
is that?
dead.
Is that a snail, Nico? You need to do more research. What games are those again? The Zero's Escape trilogy, which are the ones that I started on Monday. The the Somnium Files games, and at the very end of the timeline is Raincode. Apparently it's a dog. I can't see it very well.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository, so he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Time to binge watch new series. They're all games.
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
Rain from Friday to Sunday.
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi!
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Alex, you know you said you won't be able to tune in as often, but you're at least checking in while you're struggling with work stuff. I hope everything works out for you. Your mom doesn't like the rain, but the plants need it. You don't mind the rain. Oh, Stay around, Sakura. Nobody's gonna mess with her. Yeah. Good luck solving this mystery. The hammers will help lead you to the culprit. Alex, this isn't a blind playthrough for me. Why are your legs itchy? I don't know, Nia. I'm actually wondering the same thing about like my back right now.
Weapon?
Because I'm wondering if maybe they changed the formula of my laundry detergent or something, but I've been like really having some itchy stuff
I don't
lately.
think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow, I have to find the truth. You have cuts all over?
What
Ugh.
was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers! And, that's about it.
If the weapon used to kill Hifumi really was similar to the weapon used to kill Taka,
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers!
wrong button.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah,
The
you
murder
might want to get
weapon
some,
wasn't
like,
a Justice Hammer at all.
Neosporin, but maybe
No,
like
it was
triple
something
antibiotic
completely
ointment.
different.
You used a weed eater today and it must have shot things at your legs, cuts and shot rocks, or oh yeah, Genocide Jill, I like you already. You're funny humor anyway. No romance, please. She's pretty obsessed with Byakuya. MC Hammer did it. Mio, you should take showers more often than that.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers.
Ratty dear, I think Mio
Big
was
ones,
trying to be sarcastic.
small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
Mainly because your clothes are running out slowly every week. You can barely. Ugh.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
we did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least, that's what we thought at first, but...
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Is the possibility of an accomplice really that insane? Or is there some chance?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Okay, hold on. Calming Gameplay Nico says try Hot Topic. Neo says that's for your shirts. Seems I can't find any of your old ones. Which they want you to wear around the house until you go out. It is a store name. It's where I buy everything I wear. Personally, you feel the reason why you should have good clothes out. If people are gonna judge, they can. It's not like they have matter. Oh,
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true.
No, that's wrong. Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus
You're changing your
reward
name.
benefit?
Uh-oh, Neo.
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
Yeoman, hi.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
Reaper data.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two
Data
separate
Reaper
murders.
probably sounds a little better, Neo. I don't know.
I think that's what
Like
the true
you're
killer
reaping the
told
data?
Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
Oh, yeah, no, I fell for it too, Ratty. You're okay. Ooh, Yeoman with the stare. 1,000-yard stare. Two people
The
killing.
mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Was your joke in that bad of taste? No. I just didn't catch that you were kidding. It is a killing game indeed, Wing It. The effort made to convince us that 2 murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing. Although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Alright guys, do we want to take a guess at who the killer is? Hold on, I'm gonna put up a poll. I'm only putting up 4, which are the ones that I've seen the most people do options for. Oh, I don't know what happened to Ratty, Cryo. Who do we think killed him? Can I fix that? I probably can't. Hopefully you didn't time them out for too long. Unhide user. There we go. It was an accident. I'm so sorry, Ratty. Yeah, I figured it was something like that. Cryo accidentally picked up their phone and deleted your messages. I'm so sorry, Ratty. I will read them out. Ratty just found it funny. You mean, so is Supernatural because it's demon killing show and a demon killing game and you play as one of the brothers. That sounds really interesting, Ratty. You're here to troll, not catch killers, Nico? I feel it. You plead the 5th, lol. I'm glad you're okay. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see the results of the poll so far. It's a 33% tie for Celeste and Sakura, with 17% for both Byakuya and Toko, which means 2 votes each for Celeste and Sakura, 1 vote each for Byakuya and Toko. Talking about Supernatural, yeah, only got to read about half of it. That's okay. Any last moment votes? And we're gonna end it. So, I'm gonna put up another vote. Between Celeste and Sakura. What are we thinking, guys? Nah, everybody can re-vote because I put up a new poll. One vote for Celeste. Anyway, what do you think? We'll see, Neo. Let's just say you know everything about Supernatural because you know the actual actor. Ooh. Oh, we've got a 60-40 split. 3 people think it's Sakura. 2 people think it's Celeste. Just give it another minute here. Not even. Yeah. I don't know, Neo. I don't know. Alrighty. So we're thinking it's Sakura. Ooh. There's only one person that really seems to fit if you think about anything. Sakura coming out of Naruto like that. It is an interesting poll, Cryo, considering I'm about to reveal. Who do we think it is? Who won? Who's next? You decide.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
It was green in the garage with the wrench. Ooh.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot! Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the 2 of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the 2 of you were working together.
What is it that only Hifumi and Celeste had in common? They encountered the suspicious individual.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
Comic-Con, they had that in common. Yikes, Nico.
If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw the shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
We headed to the 2nd floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the 3rd floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, this strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Just saying, and I know that it doesn't fit. Yeah, not really. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Sherry. Then why don't we split into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Very well. Then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Thanks for the catnip. Yum. Yum yum.
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we are on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan.
If you ever get 1000% Riz, you guess you're married? Lol. Ezra would fit in, though. Lol, you're just being honest and funny because only Iwari and Ezra were both killers who left Ratty half dead. I don't know a lot about, what you're talking about, Ratty. That is how the Riz works. Am I gonna raid Aloe? I mean, as long as I finish before her, of course.
Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Okay.
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it! Everything, the whole thing was one big act!
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
Ooh.
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die, just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention.
Leave Celeste
Sakura,
alone.
Toko,
What'd she
and
do?
I were
Kill
first
someone?
to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Miyake said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense, but what is he alluding to?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
When Celeste said what she did, she shouldn't have known yet. With that in mind, what's so strange about what she said is...
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those...
No, that's wrong.
It's mouse hunting season?
That's right. There's no reason
Womp
Celeste
womp.
should have said, just like
It is
those
obvious.
guys died. When she said that,
Oh, none of us had told her that Taco is dead. Can't wait for the third game, where the trials are 50 hours each. You're not kidding.
And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
Honestly, I might take this opportunity this time to do like the examination of the school tonight, so that we can start setting that as precedent, because things are going to start taking longer.
So how
to
did
pass
you know,
trials from
Celeste?
here on.
how did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Knowing that you have 4 cats, oh, I wish I could have cats. I'm just so very allergic to them.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
Who touched Kyoko? No, Kyoko's alive. What do you mean, Advanced Warrior? Hi, welcome in.
Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
Yeah, careful with the caps. Indeed. Yeah. She poofed off on her own. She was doing her own thing. My God.
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to
It's just considered rude.
set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations. If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is Hifumi is dragging the suspect away.
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
What? What, Nico?
The
Hey,
one being
advance
dragged off
warrior?
in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit.
I'm gonna need you to do a Riz check on Kyoko.
We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Looks like my stream avatars are breaking again, maybe.
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Yeah, you should. While I'm fixing the stream avatars. Yeah, it's pretty broken tonight, huh? Oof! She doesn't care for your concern. Ouch.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Hifumi loved Comic-Con, just look at the photo. Yeah. Oof. Oof, oof. Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible?
You dressed me up in that suit after I
Stream chat is
passed out!
broken too.
Then you just draped me across Hifumi and
Hold
had
on.
him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Here we go, we're gonna fix the chat. No, that's not right. There's definitely a contradiction in what Celeste was trying to claim.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight.
No, that's wrong.
His dreads can keep the suit.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a
Sherry,
certain
no.
characteristic.
Sherry, nuh-uh. Nope. We're not rizzing Neko. You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight. Please
That's
don't retract
right.
your messages, Neo.
They
I might
totally made a
delete them,
mistake
but
when
don't
they made
retract
it,
them yourself.
so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake.
Uh-oh.
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
What is that roll of the pizza? Yo, I want pineapple pizza now. Getting somewhere, she's warming up to you.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
You're driving home. Drive safe.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
You guys ready? You guys ready? You refuse to use Gen Z terminology, Nico. I feel it.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate? Celeste?
I know, Neo, but just remember.
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Use all your Riz on pineapple pizza, none of it on Cynthia. Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right, I remember. I remember their name. Yasu. Hiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us.
Taro, lol.
How did he refer to each of us?
He only said people's last
I
names.
got it! That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Thanks for the catnip. Yum, 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 yum.
Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
No more catnip. Nico.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to. And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well? Do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine. Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up!
Depends on in what form the catnip is given, Neo.
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is...
Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
That's the only truth there is! Moron!
Isn't there any way to make her face the truth?
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
if there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you,
Thanks for the
Celeste.
catnip.
You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is...
Celestia Ludenberg, god damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
No, that's wrong.
I love how they keep winning the jump catch game, but they're not actually here.
That's it. The handbook.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it'll display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
You should probably put some calming lotion on your legs then, Neo.
that's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because...
Hey, Majestic Queen. I'm pretty good. How are you?
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen!
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Hold on. How did the killer recruit their accomplice? Was it seduction? I think that's the one. They knocked him out and stuffed him in the Robo Justice suit to fill their... falsify their... Yep. Okay. What time was Sataka supposed to head to the equipment room? Justice hammer that was used to kill Taka. What number was it? That was number 4. The library. Hifumi used something to fake the existence of the shadowy criminal. Which Justice Hammer is in the nurse's office when Hifumi was pretending to be dead? 3. Hifumi used something to move Taka's body. The weapon the killer used to murder Hifumi.
The killer is
It's been a
you!
while. Yikes.
Before
Leo.
anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the
They
murder.
both hate you. Yep.
And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Whoa! Cherry.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
You're gonna take him out to bingo? Is this like shiny? This is like finding a shiny Pokemon. Yikes.
The
Yeah,
murder
yikes.
weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room.
Thanks to the catnip.
The reason hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo-Justice, they wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library.
You can't resist RE4. I feel it, Cherry.
This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office.
Did I tell you that one of your friends that was pregnant? Oh! Congratulations to them, Neo.
And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is... Celeste. Sorry.
Alu's doing
you
a puzzle
lose.
on his stream. What a minute now. Hardcab. She's doing a puzzle over there. Holy moly. What, Sherry? He's a good streamer. Yeah. You like the flower frame around Celeste in this one? Yeah, me too.
I lost? I lost?
Not of his own volition. The game Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up. Ah! Hold on, guys. It was Dio. The game just decided to throw a jigsaw puzzle. Yeah, I see it.
When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Lost a couple of points along the way, but... Yay, mono coins for the gambling machine. You
Okay,
thought it was
Monokuma.
Monokuma that was your principal,
I'm ready to
but
begin.
no, it was me, Dio. I know. You guys ready for the execution of my favorite Danganronpa character?
Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
Near perfect, yeah.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened?
Did she kill Cool Hair Guy? Yeah, actually, Hifumi, the heavyset monkey ball guy, is the one that killed Taka, who's the one with the cool hair, and then she killed Hifumi because it was her plan all along. The twist hits like a truck. It does.
Will you make the right
she's my
choice
favorite
or
character.
the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's okay. Cryo doesn't like her. He's gonna relish in her execution, just like he does every time. Neo! It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct! The Blacken this time, the true killer who devised the whole skinking scheme was... Celestia Lindenberg! Or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro!
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with somebody else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. Of all the things she could have pretended to be, she pretended to be French, which is a much more serious crime than killing Cool Hair Guy. In the original, I don't think it's French that she pretends to be. They gave her French because it was the easiest for, like, Americans to understand it being. Not your fault hammers hit hard? Yeah. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use... you know. I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice.
Indeed.
I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but... it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... is she talking about alter ego? It's a Swiss name?
Say what?
Maybe. What? What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one that stole it.
Indeed.
And that's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It's about what was stolen. I know who did it.
what?
What?
Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
What?
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I had found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the pictures as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her.
You are correct. Which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
What?
as for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
he did.
As for me,
He came to my room late last night, unannounced. And then, it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So, I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far.
It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was.
I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
Hmm?
Huh?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean.
Taka is going to try to kill you.
What?
indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself.
That bastard!
Completely
Bastard, 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 bastard!
Honestly,
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts?
Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear,
I have to save her!
her!
She's not a vampire like me. I'm not a vampire.
actually,
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete.
Hmm?
Eh? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. I did not admit to being a vampire for a second. I just read what you wrote. This game's making you feel bad for murderers? Don't. No, don't. The power of love, even love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead?
What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you would actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? You have a question for me? What's up, Neo? Robodus's was pretty cool, you're right. Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Hifumi, the plan was... While you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was gonna murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi hit it up. 22 likes! Hey! I gained 2 subscribers? Wow, guys, thanks so much. I I really appreciate all of you being here all the time. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death. If this game and 999 are somehow in the same universe, would we see things from 999 here, or Danganronpa things there? Nico, what? What did I do? I'm so confused. Ah, that's such a tiny bit of catnip, but thank you anyway. It's fun being here, thank you. I appreciate that. Neo, I'll explain it in a little bit. I don't want to... There are things that are in the Somnium files that pare it down to being a futuristic parent or alternate reality of the two worlds. Basically, they're supposedly like different versions of the same universe. You've never done this, but guess you'll see. Thanks for the catnip. Yum yum yum. So any like hype? Thanks, guys. Couldn't do it without ya. Take it back. Take it all back. You're gonna... Wait, what? You're gonna steal my catnip? How could you steal the catnip? Advanced Warrior, this is almost as bad as you stream sniping me. Which I will never get over. Ever. Ever. Bleh. Anywho.
So in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along.
But of course. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Byakuya. It's okay if you get my... What? You really turned into Celeste that moment? Wait, what? You're trying to think of birthday gifts for yourself, Jay?
I wonder about that.
No. He derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we're nothing alike.
Why?
Ah! Advanced Warrior! Thanks for the catnip back. Then what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for the money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life began, my only thought has been escape.
But
all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here. You type without looking, you should have made sure your hands were on the right keys. Yikes. Can't wait for the next Jackbox stream. That was so fun. Yeah, I actually had to relist the 300 subscriber special as 18 plus. We got a little rowdy at the end there. Why is the room different? What do you mean? It's different with every trial, Advanced Warrior. With inflation, it's like 5 million. Interesting, Ratty. I know, Cherry. It got wild enough at the end that I had to change it to an 18 plus video. You thought the first two were the same? They weren't. No, it's okay. I would rather change it and have it, you know, do as it needs to be.
You little bitch!
Obviously, that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little
I wanted to get
bitch.
out. Every day was fresh torture. And you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle? Esta noche? What? Hardcap what? What? Esta? What? Oh my god, I hear him! I hear her! We're getting an aloe raid, guys. God! Always! Ah! I always get raided by aloe. I never get to raid aloe. Durr! Man. I mean, I'm always happy about the raid, though. I hear her in that stream. I'm sure this hashtag Esta Noche thingy is her hashtag for this week. You rated Aloe that one. Yeah, and how many times has Aloe rated over here? How many times has Aloe rated over here compared to me rating her? Uh-huh. Ever considered shorter streams? I mean... Salty. It be your own friends, your own I know! Hold on. Just for you, Aloe. We are going a little bit longer, though, because like I said, the trials are going to get longer now. Okay, Mom, don't get so mad trying to be fair here. I know. There you go, Aloe. Puzzle. Since your game made you do one. Anyway, how was Bowser's Inside Story? We just finished the trial. Come on, Mom. God. I'm going to have my whole stream chat calling me Mom at some point, aren't I? Yay, a puzzle. Friendly reminder, if it doesn't auto do it, don't forget to save. Yeah, no, we'll be good. A castle. And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers/bodyguards. I was gonna make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. Mama Cat is a different YouTuber. I know, right? That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but...
There is nothing to be done.
Unfortunately, my dream's been scattered to the wind. She's no longer one of your favorites? She's still my favorite. It's okay. Cherry getting possessive. You don't do that king talk. No, I mean, like, people actually think of me as motherly, which is weird. I guess it's because I have my own kids. I don't know. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh.
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. You just want to protect the purple girl? Yikes, Neo, yikes. YouTube bomb team. Neko and Cryo. YouTube dad team. Aurelius. Insane Pharaoh Cats. What? I don't know about that. I was gonna say, Aloe's more like the cool aunt. People legitimately think of me as a mother. Yeah, legitimately. I'm considered the mom friend in like all of my social circles. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
I don't know, Advanced Warrior. That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't feel death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then...
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I'd like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey.
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement in itself must have been her final lie, and that weak fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The black and disturbed our peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again, in another life.
Yay, here we go! No, Advanced Warrior. You know when I'll say it. You like the voice acting? Mine are the games. Here we go. Neo, that's not a cute nickname. Do something I normally wouldn't do when I had 1K subs? Yeah, probably. I always get sad because her execution is one of the weakest in the whole series, and she's definitely one of my favorite characters. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and...
Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't get free of the regrets of the outside world, so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. No need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
And here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of
What
here!
do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but the reality just can't be avoided.
Don't talk to me like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
How strange.
God, I'm so sick of you people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some type of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey, hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
Wah?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh. How exciting.
Oh man, oh jeez, what do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it.
What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya later.
See ya.
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means... Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. Okay, I know I missed a bunch of chat here. Let's see. Let's go up a little bit. What exactly happened? Aloe. Hold on. Hold on. All the way back to the Aloe raid, I think. Yay, puzzle. Friendly, yep, good to save. Good progress. Bowser's Inside Story is cool. We talked about Mama Cat being a different YouTuber. Great, great, great. I act like who, Advanced Warrior? Like Celeste? I don't think so. You just want to protect Kyoko. Yep. YouTube. I don't think that's correct for the mom and dad team hardcap. I don't know why Cryo would be on the mom team. People do legitimately think of me as the mom friend. You know a YouTuber called Moms? Yeah, she's cool too. Majestic. Cherry, the hillbilly down the street. What the heck? Aloe and Hardcap show up and it's instantly weirder. Especially if Aurelius is here. No, Aurelius was not there. A cool dude. Wing it, yeah. Nico thinks that's them. Yikes, Neo, yikes. Yeah, no, that's a bad nickname. Messed it up. We're not saying that. Gambling. We might gamble a little. Wing it. Cryo is happy right now. Yeah, probably a little bit. You don't know what you'll do for 1,000 subs. Pull a crank, maybe. It's not a cute nickname again. Yes. Kill. Ding. Strike. Yep. Truck con. No. I will not do a backflip at 1K. No way. You wouldn't want to be burned alive. I feel that. He touched Kyoko. Someone hold you back. I don't think you've gotten enough Riz for that, Advanced Warrior. 24 likes. Thanks, guys. How would I describe you, Cherry? The kid that showed up for lunch one day that my children brought home and just never left. Neko, I now know the struggle of keeping up with chat. Yeah, Aloe? Yeah. Oh, it's because, oh, there you go. That's a good Riz roll. Wing It, they mentioned gambling because that was Celeste's title. She was the ultimate gambler. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm going to go alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I meant. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You. Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is gonna draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Huh. Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya. Don't bother gambling for you. You took NyQuil already. You're asleep. Yikes. Riz, your French lover?
Well then.
How do you have more subs than Aloe? Cherry, what? Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto! Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So
Kids
then...
fail, yikes. You think Ella would have a lot more than she actually does? Yeah. We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And the rest of the lockers swung open, we saw.
You really came.
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I know, Discord at 500. I just did what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time.
So,
Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. Wait, what? What? What, Advanced Warrior? We need a channel just for corn, yikes. Yeah, that's Alter Ego, Advanced Warrior. It's a computer program. We're gonna lap you so easily. Maybe, Cherry, maybe. Can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own out here at the school?
You.
Is that why you wanted to come with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared, and we didn't see you again. Without warning? Without explanation? When you do that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. Unironically, an ID channel would go hard. Yeah, it really would, actually. Matt, welcome in. Thanks for the lurks. And I want you to believe in me too, because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then,
That's fine.
fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, what I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she'd told me with my own 2 eyes. So I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action. Break time? Hey, Cryo, how's our monocoin collection doing? Really good?
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back. She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? Yeah, Celeste is gone. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really be hidden here? She said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet, and suddenly, as if I were being yanked in, Gushunk. At the same time, as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I know you didn't like her. I had no idea what was going on. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back wall was like a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor, there's a storage closet. And way back, in the back of the closet, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room. But what's in here? There's a bunch of files and what look like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edges of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy student registry? This is the only thing here not covered in dust. Had someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file, and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? You got, yeah. Ask? Wait, on what topic? What? Hold on. Ask, yeah, no. Very, very petty. How has the week been? It's been pretty good. Pretty good. What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words. You must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before. But I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? A strange sound rang out through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Ugh. Ow! Apparently, something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone! The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room. Get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, and my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back towards my room. What did you do on yesterday's puzzle? A lot, actually. You did most of it. Somehow, I made it back to the first floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... Huh? As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. It was faint, but undeniable. I'm confused, hon. I'm confused. That sound. It's coming from the gym? I didn't look at it. You told me to finish it. I'm sorry. I never even looked. As I desperately hauled my shaky frame towards the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. Not the beans. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Are we getting another raid? Hey! Guys, we're getting another raid! Keith Stroganoff's group is coming in. Galooper, Vilify Exile, Utopia Disc, Keith himself. Hey, what are you guys doing? Dorian, Dicer, welcome in. How are you guys doing tonight? Ayo, indeed. What were you guys doing? Guys, if you haven't gone and checked out Keith yet, you really should. Actually, wait a minute. Do I have a... I think I have a bot command for you, and I'm just not even thinking about it. I do, actually. Yeah, no, absolutely. Definitely go sub over to Keith. I do have one. It's not a big one, it's just your link, but I did have one. So what were you guys doing over there? I'm looking, I'm seeing... Dynamax Adventures? Ooh. Yeah, did you get anything shiny? Did anybody get anything shiny? You got a Crawdon! Really cool. It's always fun over there. Absolutely. You're just gonna lurk, Neo? Thanks for lurking. You're going to... Yep, okay. Good night, Advanced Warrior. Have a good night. There's shiny loot to loot? Big Mech, yeah, I don't even know what you mean by that. Well, I'm really glad you guys decided to join us. Cryo. We just finished case 3, so you know, possible spoilers. But I'm glad you're all here. Consider liking the stream if you want to. What an image to join to, yeah. Our girl Sakura fighting Monokuma. What an image to join to. Before me, there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move, or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this?
Oh, Crawdaunt's shiny is nearly identical. I'll have to check it out later.
How dare you defy me?
For Sakura, this is pretty normal, you're right.
This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay. But you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then, could it be? The mastermind spy is... Man, we've gone down in number. Yes, we'll save. Leon killed Sayaka. Oh, Sakura is going beyond, even farther beyond. Super Saiyan 1. That's right, she was in base form this whole time. Neo. Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Junko. Then Leon got executed. Then Mondo killed Chihiro. And then he got executed. Hifumi killed Taka. Then Celeste killed Hifumi. Then she got executed. And that brings us up to now. The next morning in the dining hall, the day after Celeste's case. So now, there's only 5 of us here. Only a third of the number of people we started with. Good night all, thanks for the stream, have a good night. Get some good rest. Just a regular high school experience, right?
Indeed.
Loneliness has become commonplace. That's true. Still, what did I see yesterday? I don't understand. Sakura is the mastermind spy? Can that really be true? Makoto, are you okay? Don't worry, Hero, you'll be dead soon. Why do you say that, Neo? I can't bring it up in front of the others. If I did that, it would just confuse everyone that much more.
Okay.
In that case, let's eat till we pass out.
Huh?
What do you mean in that case?
'Cause, I mean...
Well, look how scary everyone looks. It's gotta be because you're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? If you fill your belly, I'm sure you'll all cheer up. So let's eat.
Okay.
Let's fry up some fish and donuts, and we'll eat till we can't stand up.
What?
That's like deep impact style, meteor impact, extinction level event, combination of foods. Yeah, that's true.
Huh?
Let's be honest here, Hero is accident. What? Those are both breakfast time top sellers. Still, the till we can't stand up part is a problem. After we're done, we still need to go explore.
I see.
That's right. Since the class trial is over, new areas should have opened up.
It's true.
Plus, we still have alter ego. We don't have to give in to despair just yet. She's right. We have to plan ahead and think about the future.
You got it.
And here Aoi is trying to act like nothing happened. Yeah. Think happy thoughts, not deathly thoughts.
You know?
Like, when are we're gonna get out of here, right?
For serious.
When this is all over, I think I want to get reborn for serious. I mean, reborn as someone serious.
Well,
Hey, are you okay? That sounds like something someone who's about to die would say. I'm totally okay. I'm not gonna die. Why? Because there ain't gonna be any more murders. Huh? What makes you so sure?
According to the spirits,
I predicted it last night. Since it revealed itself to me from the ether, there's no doubt about it.
However,
Yes, I know that Wardy's member stream is tomorrow morning. No, I do not have member streams yet. I'm sure I will, sooner or later. Monokuma! You sold 2 Danganronpa live streams today? Please don't retract your messages. Please. That's actually one of the rules here. We do not retract messages. Thanks. You sold 2 Danganronpa live streams today. Hey! We actually normally do Danganronpa on Tuesdays, but right now I was really, really tired last night and we cut it short early, so we're doing it today. Well, we do it every week. And after we're done this one, we'll do the next one. And after we're done the next one, we'll do the next one. So subscribe if you want to keep hanging around for them. This is my favorite game series. We're going to play it till it's dead. And then we'll play stuff like the Somnium Files and Raincoat. What's Monokuma doing here? There ain't no way we're in a killing game. Yeah, right. Nice pitch. Thanks, Cherry. I tried my hardest. How accurate is your fortune telling anyway?
how about that?
I can usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day. That seems really low.
It's not like some occult mystery.
Well, yeah, it's not like it's ESP or whatever. Of course I'm only gonna get it right sometimes.
The occult is bullcrap.
I told you, my fortune telling isn't like some occult thing.
so,
Fortune telling isn't a cult? You recommend Hotel Dusk Room 215? We're gonna get there. We'll play it eventually. We also have Ghost Trick. We also have all the Ace Attorney games. We're gonna have so much fun.
You got it all wrong.
Of course not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put it in the same category as cattle mutilation.
Huh?
Cattle what?
So,
He's referring to the urban legend where aliens abduct cows and dissect them as part of their research.
Actually,
No, you're calling it an urban legend? As a matter of fact, it's true. As a matter of fact, it's happened to me. Oh, chat's broken again. Hold up. There we go. It all happened one day when I went to go get a hamburger. It was a place I'd never been before. They claimed their patties were 100% all beef. So I got a burger to go and headed home.
but
And before long,
the end is nigh.
the sky was filled with a mysterious blinding light.
Some crazy beam came out of nowhere and locked onto my hamburger. And as soon as the beam touched it, the burger started floating in midair. And then, still floating there, the entire burger started coming apart. One part of it just vanished, while the rest fell back into my hand. Do you realize what that means? It means the burger wasn't 100% beef. It must have had some pork or something mixed in. Something like 70% pork and 30% beef would be my guess.
Aliens, indeed.
You can't trick me.
So I stormed back into the burger place and got up in the manager's grill. And they totally admitted it. It wasn't 100% beef. They totally mixed in ground pork with it.
How about that?
Now do you see? That is cattle mutilation. I kind of got lost halfway through. I can't tell if you're for the occult or against it. You stink of stupidity.
Don't be mean!
I stink of... How dare you? Well, you do stink though. That's fine. That's fine? Anyway. I hope your prediction turns out to be true. Well, at the very least, I won't murder anyone.
Yeah.
Me neither. I would never.
Of course.
Me either.
Indeed.
Nor I. That goes for me too, of course. I could never kill any of my friends. Hero, you might just be oddly lucky in all the wrong places. Neo. I felt like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. After so much sacrifice and hardship, we'd finally become united. But...
Well.
To be honest, I wish Byakuya and Toko were here for this too. But they're so hard to deal with. They only think about themselves. Yeah, we're better off without them, I say. That was enough to prove we were united for the time being. But within that bond hid weakness and fragility. We began our search as soon as we'd finished our breakfast in the dining hall. We had to find out what had opened up and what was waiting for us. So we are going to do this search tonight. And then we'll continue. When am I ending? After we search the school. I figure that with the trials getting longer and longer and the investigations getting longer and longer, we're probably going to need the search to happen this time. Still lurking, just multitasking. Thanks for the lurks. I really appreciate them. You know what? Maybe we should end here. You know what? Yeah, we will. I am getting kind of tired now that I'm really thinking about it, which is hilarious because I slept literally all day. But I think I should probably get a little more rest and make sure that I'm all ready for Infinite Dream tomorrow night. So, let me look around. I'm gonna look and see if I can't find a raid for us. Aha! I did sleep all day. It was cat behavior. Don't at me. Alright guys, serious question. I'm going to put it up to vote. We have 2 places we could go. So, when will the next Jackbox be? You're funny, Neo. You're funny. I don't know when the next Jackbox will be. We'll see. So, do we want to go see Stardew? Or do we want to go see Destiny? Those are our options. I'm going to let y'all vote. Give it a few minutes here. Alright, I know there's like 7 of you here. Can I have more than 2 votes, please? Okay, there's 3. We should raid a random streamer. You know, Cherry, maybe we should actually. I feel like I already put this up to vote though. Let's see. Hold on. If I find somebody that's doing something good, maybe I will do a random. I just don't normally have good luck with random streamers, Jerry. Let's see. A super weird game? Maybe we should. Maybe we should. I'm looking. Alright, cancel the poll. End the poll. I'm looking. I'm looking. You're up to Ashley now. You're gonna speedrun it. Have fun with that. This looks interesting. Oh, is this what I think it is? Yeah, it is. I'm not. No. I'm looking. I'm looking. Honestly, I don't really see anybody doing anything great. Yeah, we'll just go raid who I was gonna raid here. It's fine. We're gonna go raid Donkey. You're getting encouraged to speedrun Super Mario Galaxy? That sounds cool. We're gonna go over and raid Donkey. He's doing Stardew with Clancy. So, oh, somebody I really like watching a lot, actually, Cherry. So let's head on over there. And until next time,